Good morning again, everybody. Staff Sergeant Judge United States Marine Corps Kilo Company 33. The old country preacher come back here with you with some the news and the truth and my personal comments, and hope that you enjoy this. Oh, first of all, I want to thank Facebook for your censorship. You bozos like to censor me, and I want you to know how much I appreciate that. Just kind of shows your character and what y'all stand for. So I doubt you even set this one out, but that's okay. I got my YouTube channel set up. For you clowns that are Facebook, I want you to understand that your censorship and all like that, the conservative voice, well, I put you the same lines I do communist. Okay? Just kind of let you know that. So now if this goes on Facebook, then fine. If it doesn't, it can catch you on the YouTube channel. Get back to what's going on. I love these fools. I love these people. You're speaking conservative. You speak for what's the truth, what's right. They want to cut you off. You talk about being what a real American is, they want to stop you. If you stand for what's right, and the fact that you exercise your rights as an American citizen for your place of worship, read your Bible, carry your guns, whatever, protect your home, well, then they want to classify you as enemies of the state. And I already let you know how I felt about that in the past videos. Now, let me tell you something, folks. I'm tired of cutting corners or whatever. But the fact is the facts. And I dare say that one of these days I might get a knock on my door. That's okay. Before these congressmen who say they're going to come after our guns and stuff like that, for that clown that's on the committee up there, you're welcome to knock on my door anytime you want to and come and get my gun. I'm not threatening nobody. I'm not threatening anybody, harming anybody. That's things that I just don't do. I don't believe in that. I believe that you exercise your God-given rights as an American to vote and to be counted correctly. There's a lot of things that's going on that they want to point and say that the Republicans is the problems, whatever like that. And that's a lie out of hell, and they know it. They're telling it. Now, you choose to believe that lie if you want to, not me. I got enough sense to think for myself. That goes against what the Democrat Party wants. They don't want you to think for yourself. They don't want you to reason for yourself. They want you to be blinded sheep falling for the slaughter. And that's it. Joe Biden, firing warning shots. He's always upset. He's not holding back. Folks, the warrants he wants to plan to raise your income taxes, death taxes. In other words, you can't afford to die. Joe, what are you going to do? Come clip me from the grave? You bozo. Capital gain taxes. Corporate taxes. All the kind of money they want to try to raise up for this Green Deal that's a joke from the beginning. It's going to kill America. It's killing American jobs right now. It's putting America right now in such a dire shape financially, and Americans can't hardly afford to buy food because they're trying to buy gas. And you got senior citizens can't afford to buy medication because they can't afford to buy fuel to heat their homes, or even buy food because they're trying to get the meds. Ain't that something? Oh, but I like it when they give each other a big old cost of living raise to deal with the inflation up there. But the rest of the American people are disabled, senior citizens, we like it. No. The veterans, no. Y'all don't rate it. Just like these clowns wanted to take all the New Deal, come out with this gun control bill that is supposed to rape American people from being able to protect their homes, but allow their security to have the same equipment to protect them. Boy, that makes a lot of sense, don't it? Boy, they really love American people, though. I got news for you. Do you believe that Democrat Party loves you? You need to wake up. They love illegal immigrants and anything to take away your American rights. All this tax increase, whatever, is going to affect every American. Now, for you Democrats out there who went along with all this Joe Biden being president and how it took place and everything like that, I hope you're satisfied with what you got. I hope you're living proof of what you really can appreciate what you've got in office right now. I want you to really appreciate how you cut down Donald Trump and everything he stood for, and how well you had it back then the way you got it now. I hope you appreciate that. Because you have to eat your own words. You may not even say it publicly, but you know in your heart that the life you're living right now, it sure ain't the same life you had with Donald Trump as president. That hurts, don't it? Well, the truth does sometimes. This is a sad state. Joe Biden is suffering mass humiliation that will leave every American shamed. Joe Biden is the most unpopular president, not only in the United States, but in the world. He's more unpopular than Jimmy Carter was. And we all know what a joke he was. But wait a minute. Was Jimmy Carter a Democrat? Did Obama sell us out to Iran? Wow. Did President Johnson escalate the war in Vietnam? And he wanted to say that you give these use the black name is the N word, give them the right to vote, and then vote Democrat for the next 200 years. Is that the same? Is these the same people that the Ku Klux Klan was a big part of? The Democrat Party? I mean, let's just think here now for a minute. Oh, I believe that President Lincoln was a Republican. Wow. What about that? But yet now the Republicans are the problems now. We're the ones that cause all the hate and discontent. We're the ones that are not the real Americans. But it's a shame. And this is his mess. His own making. He suffered humiliation throughout the world. His foreign policy is a joke. Joe Biden botched the withdrawal from Afghanistan and overrode the Russian president who invaded Ukraine. Even escalating the war in Ukraine right now. He wanted to call most of the presidents from the Western countries. You got Mexico and a few others. He refused to come to his Dog and Pony show because he did not want to invite people from Cuba and some other countries. A lot of people right now in the other countries say, no, we're not going to come. We're not even going to come, Joe. Because there's lack of leadership in the Central America. Not only in America, but in Central America. A poor leadership. And it's strange that how everybody is wanting to get on the bandwagon of Joe Biden. Nicaragua, Cuba, Venezuela, on the heels of Saudi Arabia and Israel refusing to meet with Joe Biden. Now, these countries were refusing to meet with the president of the so-called president of the United States. This is unheard of. This is something new that has never happened before in America. You got foreign countries that will not have a meeting with him. We got foreign countries where he return his phone calls, people. That is our standing within the whole world. But yet here at home, the Republicans and the conservatives are enemies of the state. We're the problem. Christian values the problem. See, they want to point a finger to everybody else is the problem, except what they're doing and what they're pulling. Things are not going well in the White House. Our beloved Joe Biden is having a meltdown because his approval rate is way less than what Donald Trump was. And Donald Trump's worst time in his presidency. And we all know that Joe Biden will not make a good pimple on Donald Trump's ass as far as being president. The fact of the matter is, Joe Biden's approval rate is way below what Jimmy Carter's was. And we all know what that was if you remember, think back. For you all to keep remember whatever, look at your history books. It's there. They want to talk about January 6th. Now, folks, I'm going to tell you something. In some respects, that's a joke. For what they made it out all to be. See, here's what the Democrat Party wants to make. It's the worst thing that's ever happened in the United States. They wanted to call it that insurrection, that people trying to overthrow the government. That is so stupid, far-fetched, that they try to tell the American people that. And you got Cheney, which is a rhino, and God help, she's about the dumbest bricks. Because she hates Donald Trump so much that Nancy Pelosi put her in charge of that mess. And you got even these black congressmen that sit up there talking about how America is in the worst shape it's ever been in. That our democracies and our freedoms is in peril right now because of the Republican Party. That's a lie. It's because of the crap they're pulling. And they're trying to cover their tracks. Homeland Security has come out with this warning. There's going to be more hot and threatening public gatherings. Potential targets. Public gatherings, faith-based institutions, schools, racial and religious minorities, government facilities, and personnel, U.S. critical infrastructure and media. Oh yeah, they're telling us now that this is going to happen. After they're trying to put forth a gun bill to take away our guns. You see, they know that this ain't going to work. They know about all this gun bill and trying to take away our weapons is not going to stop this mass killings. They know that. So now they come up with this warning to warn us that this is going to happen. Even after they take the guns. But now we're so stupid that we're supposed to buy in on this. So now when it happens, they say, well, we warned you all that this was going to happen. Yeah, that was after you come up with trying to come up with a bill to take away our guns. Trying to take away our rights to own guns. They're telling us that there's more terrorist, the domestic terrorist is going to happen. Need more of these idiots going to come out of America and still do mass killings. So, it's still going to happen. But yet we're going to take your guns to keep it from happening. Now, we're so stupid that we're supposed to buy that. And I got news for you. If you believe that, you're about as stupid as they are. Because that's what they're doing right now. They're trying to cover their tracks. It never ceases to amaze me how these people play with the lives of American people for their political gain. They play such underhanded deals. And you got most of your media who takes and supports them. CNN, MSNBCs, we name them, Facebook, Twitter, all of them. They're part of the social plot. You take the founder of Facebook, he's a joke. How many millions of dollars he paid to have into the elections and underhanded dealings and passing out money like that? Oh, yeah. I wouldn't believe he'd been standing on a stack of Bibles. They want to talk about the January 6th deal, like that's when democracy was at such a terrible shape. Been questioned, and we're dealing for our lives. Not one time has these idiots about denounced the Black Lives Matter burning down the cities in the United States, hurting innocent people, killing people with their guns, taking over federal buildings and local buildings and state buildings. They won't talk about that. They won't talk about all the young men and women in the black communities being killed by their own people. Black people kill black people. They don't want to talk about how many black babies being killed by drive-by shootings. They don't want to talk about that. But they'll come out and give you a warning that after we go take your guns, listen, you can, things are going to happen now. They're trying to shove a crap down your throat and tell you it's brown sugar, and there's a lot of people eating it. A lot of dummies eating it. The fact of the matter is, right now, Joe Biden gets on a night show, talk show, Jimmy Kimmel, I guess that's what it was, and he starts talking about Republican people been a problem in the United States. Now, these are men and women who have fought and defended this Constitution and this country. They fought for the same right for this fool to get on national TV and talk such crap. Yeah. But yet, what's the problem? Everything that this idiot's done has been hurt American people. The reason why right now they're letting more criminals across the border, terrorists and everybody else, but they want to take our guns away from us to defend our homes and protect our families. Our economy's in such a shambles. People right now, people are loaded up and going to have to go bankrupt where they load up credit cards trying to buy gas and food. But Joe Biden don't care because he got some good deals with China, him and his son. And Nancy Pelosi's got a big deal with going here with our Wall Street trading that don't bother them. They got their security. They don't care. We pay for their private security. But yet they want to defund the police. But now we're so stupid, we're supposed to accept that. I'll tell you what, if you're a Democrat and you accept that, you believe that, I pity you. I pity you because you're that naive, that brainwashed. There's so many people around there being brainwashed by CNN and SBC. It's pathetic. But yet, if you're a conservative, if you're a patriot, do you believe in these United States and the Constitution and the rights of all Americans? Of all Americans. I got news for you, Democrats. It's other than white people. You stupid people. It's everybody. Blacks, whites, cream colors, brown colors, I don't care. If it's green, I don't care. The Constitution is for everybody. Even for your dumb butts. Wow. I said this before. Just because you do not go with their social programs, because you don't go along with what they think is right. And Joe Biden said, if you go against what he wants to do in the country, that you're the problem. That you don't want it. Your tax dollars as a conservative, as a Bible-believing, God-fearing person, that you don't believe it's right for your money to go and support abortions or transgenders operations, then you're an American. It makes no difference what you think. Oh, you're racist, you're white supremacist, whatever you are. They want to call you, that's what you are, because you do not go along with what they say it is. What it's supposed to be. Oh, yeah. The very people who fought to keep this country free, not in Vietnam, World War II, Vietnam, all the conflicts in between then, Afghanistan, Iraq, all of them, who stood and fought, the ones who bled and died, they did in vain. Excuse me. Forgot to cut my phone off. The very people who are right now disabled veterans in the VA hospitals and at home right now, they're suffering for one way or another, for paying a price for defending this Constitution in these United States. They want to criticize and put them down. For the very people right now who are in armed forces, that they want to cut the military budget, but not give them the means to fight the wars with, much less a decent wage to take care of the families. Oh yeah. They want to cut everything. Why? Because AOC is coming up with this Green Deal that's supposed to be the greatest thing since peanut butter. And this blooming idiot has got a chance right now. She don't know what the hell she's talking about. I mean, this is about the most ignorant person I would ever see to be in Congress. Her and her little group of the squad, which got Muslims and non-Americans in them. Omar, the Dunbar, Muslim who criticize America and our allies, but these are the upstanding citizens of the Democratic Party. And never spent a day in uniform. Don't know what it is. You come up on praise the Muslims and all their terrorist acts. Oh, but, yeah, wait a minute. If you're American and you stand up for your rights and Constitution, then you're a domestic terrorist. According to George Bush. He's called people who voted for him when he was a president called domestic terrorists because they voted for Trump. Now that's a joke. He's a joke. All these people who don't like the way that America is, I got a good place for you. Why don't you just hop a flight and fly into North Korea and make residence up there? If you want to change something, go up there and change them. Go up there and tell them to run it all wrong. Or you want a socialist, be a part of a socialist, then go to Russia. Go to Red China. It's already in place. You can be right there and you can go, jump right in. Leave the rest of us alone. You know, it's so stupid that these people, I said this before, the Green Deal, they want to stop fossil fuels. They can't even make enough American cars right now for what needs to be put out. Much less electric cars because they don't have the computer chips. Because they sold those all over, sold all of them to Red China. Yeah. They ship all Red China because that's where they're making a lot of the products for the United States. So you can't have the chips there for what we need here in the United States to make cars with. Much less electric cars. And they think our power grid is strong enough to handle that. That's a joke. Because we have power outages all the time. Where are the batteries made for these electric cars? They're China. China makes these batteries for them. The Joe. These are our friends, you know. They're not out to hurt us. They're good people. This is what Joe says. They're good people. I wish I could tell you how good they really are because they've been so great to me and Hunter, and they've been so wonderful to us. These got to be great people. Here you go. He's the laughing stock of the United States. His own family lets him run around up there like an idiot. His wife don't care enough about him to say, wait a minute, Joe, you need help. This man's sick. He needs to be stopped. Why? He's because he's a danger to himself and to the government. He's a hindrance to these United States. To the American people. I said this one in that video. These immigrants down the border, man, don't you think they don't have food? Don't you think they don't have baby formula? Don't you think they have everything they need? When the American people are suffering, they're flourishing. And we got more on the way. And it's going to be on the back of the American taxpayers to pay for it. But they don't care. They think they got a checkbook or a free credit card that they can do anything they want to run up the deficit, and they don't care. They'll just go up in taxes, which Joe Biden said he wasn't going to do. Joe Biden said a lot of things he was going to do, he's done. Oh, well, that, the Democrat Party, man. There's good Democrats. They don't like hearing that mess. I got news for you, Democrats. You want it, you got it. But the fact of the matter is, along with your suffering, America's suffering. And that's your political party, if that's what you think is best for America, you're going to lose your rights. And for all our good Democrat people who are people who believe in their Second Amendment rights, who exercise their rights as a free American, even to take your rifle and go out target shooting, or go out hunting, or your home protection. But yet now they gave you a warning. There's going to be a mass, there's going to be more killings. There's going to be more mass killings. But yet they're taking the guns away from the American people to stop it. Now they're wondering that it's going to happen again. Is American that naive? Have you got your head stuck so far in the sand or so far up your butt that you can't see reality? Yeah, you got. I tell you, these Democrat congressmen and senators are a joke. They want to make it look like they're drawing a division between American people right now. Good solid Americans that care about this country. They're telling the black community that the white people are the problems. They're telling the white community that we're woke. They want to teach our kids in school about being woke. You got the Democrat Party tell you that they know more how to raise your kids than you do yourself. They want to call parents that stand up for the rights of their kids terrorists. There was a letter that didn't make it. That really want the federal government to go after parents who disagree verbally, openly in a meeting. You got parents in a school board meeting that protest what's going on, and they tell them they're out of order to leave. Is these the Americans that we know? They pull a fourth grader up and testify about this gun bill. They pull a baby up her. How low down can you get? It's bad enough that they stand on the blood of the babies that for their political gain. And that's what it is. Joe Biden and the Democrat Party is still on the blood of those babies. And it is the people that are killed by thugs who did not. That could have been stopped if the government stepped in and did what they're supposed to do. They stood right now on the very blood of innocent babies and people to get their political point across. That's how low down they are. But yet, if you're a Christian, if you believe in your Bible, if you believe in the right and wrong, if you stand up for what's correct, we're the problem. And that, my friends, is a problem. So I got news for you. They want to call this all they want to, but I'm going to keep on telling you just exactly it is. And with that, I want to close this video out. I got my wife standing at the door and my puppy's going crazy. Until the next time, I want you to know I love you. I thank God for you. I'm praying for you. Look at my YouTube channel, JB Johnson. That's my YouTube channel. And Facebook, once again, I want to thank you for your censorship. You're a bunch of clowns. Not what you're doing. Until next time, may God bless you. Oh, by the way, I love you.